All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Waharakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect out here toiling in this truth. I'm Pathak Amath, GMS Dallas, and I'm just back at you with another quick hit lesson. I'm back, my last channel, they terminated my last channel. Just deleted it out the blue. You know what I'm saying? Just no reason. They gave me no reason. I never received any kind of warnings or marks or strikes or anything. Nothing. They just deleted my channel, man. So that to me is a sign that, first of all, these devils are hurt, man. They're hurt, and this truth is getting to them, man. You know what I'm saying? But they're making their moves. You know what I'm saying? That's a clear-cut sign to me of the coming famine of the word, which I'm probably going to do a lesson on it. But I don't want to go too much into that because I'm probably going to do a lesson on it. But I just wanted to let Akim and the few Akwathim know that I'm back, and I'm gonna be continuing to push this word, man. They can't stop this, man. They can't stop this truth. This truth is out there. It's too late anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's too late anyway. This truth is already out there. They can't stop it. But hey, we're gonna keep pushing, man. So I'm back, and I'm gonna do another lesson, man. Finna come with another lesson. I think I'm gonna entitle this one Yahawashi's return is at hand, man. You know what I'm saying? Which is exactly what it is. Yahawashi is close, man. You know what I'm saying? He's very, very close. He's close to the earth, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you're seeing the level of chariots sightings, has been higher than ever in these times now than they've ever been, and also the visions, man, the visions and dreams, that a lot of women are having, man, because the Most High is going to touch you women too, man. You know what I'm saying? And he's giving a lot of women, a lot of these dreams and visions in these times, man, which the scripture says he was going to put that, a spirit on all flesh, man. You know what I'm saying? When you read in, I know it's one in Acts, but the one that's coming to me right now is the one in Joel 2 and 28, man. You know what I'm saying? That he was going to put that, that spirit on all flesh, man. And they were going, your sons and your daughters are going to prophesy, man. So, he's going to give them those dreams and visions, man. And a lot of those dreams and visions are being given to these women, man. You know what I'm saying? So you women better take heed, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is about to visit, man, and Micah 7 is going to be in full effect, man, on those who don't come off those high horses, man. You know what I'm saying? But hey, that's all a part of prophecy, man. You know what I'm saying? Which is what this thing is all about, prophecies. You know what I'm saying? Yahawashi is about prophecies. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not dealing with prophecies, you're not, they're not, the Yahawashi is not dealing with you, man. But his return is at hand, man. You know what I'm saying? And he's about to visit, and it's not going to be, when he returns, it's not going to be like these people think. The things that they've been taught, man, they've been taught lies. You know what I'm saying? And it's not going to be anything like they've been taught it's going to be, man. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be the total opposite, man. It's going to be really an ugly day, and the scriptures say that. It's going to be a day of darkness, man, and no light. It's going to be a gloomy day. It's going to be an ugly day, man. It's not going to be good, So I just want to get into a few scriptures, man, and, getting back on track with these lessons, man. And hopefully this is edifying to the hopeful elect. And, without any further ado, let's get into it, man, because Yahawashi's return is at hand, man. He's about to come back and visit, man. He's been here once as a lamb, man, a sacrificial lamb. He's returning as a lion, man. And he's roaring. He's going to be roaring. And he's going to be going hard, man. And these people don't understand it. So this is Revelations 19 and 11, man. And it reads, "And I saw heaven opened, and behold, a white horse. And he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True. And in righteousness he doth judge and make war." So Yahawashi, whom we know, that's who this is talking about. Because when you read up in the verse above it, is exactly what I was just mentioning about him being the spirit of prophecy, man. It's about the prophecies. So it's talking about Yahawashi. We know clearly who this is talking about, man. You know, faithful and true. He's called faithful and true. You know, we know that's Yahawashi, man. And in righteousness, he doth judge and make war. So he's returning to judge this place and make war on this place, man, which what these people don't understand, man. He's not coming back for hugs and kisses and passing out candy and flowers, man. You know what I'm saying? And loving everybody, man. Like these churches have everybody thinking, man. Christianity has been a total farce and deception for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, who make up the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, man. You're the true biblical Israelites, man. You know, and Christianity has done nothing for you, man. You know, it's been a major downfall for us, man. You know what I'm saying? So it says he was called faithful. Him was called faithful and true, and in righteousness he doth judge and make war. So he's coming back to judge this place, and he's coming to bring war to this place, man. You know, which is that war in Revelations, the 12th chapter in verse 7, man. You know, there was a war in heaven, you know, unlike these Christian churches teaching that part of that lie, man, you know, just one of many lies, man. You know, that war, man, it hasn't happened yet. It's a future prophecy that's on its way. It's soon to come, man. When Yahawashi and the angels, you know, Michael and all the archangels and the angels of heaven return, man, and you know, these devils and their armies are going to try to fight, man. You know, as a matter of fact, back in the 80s, Ronald Reagan went into it, man. You know how they will we not come together in one common cause? You know, if an enemy were to, you know, that's what he was going into, man. You know, he was going into the you know, which they try to make you think that they're referring to so-called aliens, man. There are no aliens, man. There are no UFOs, man. They're the chariots of Yahweh, man. The chariots of Israel, man. You know. Or let me rephrase that: the chariots of Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi and the chariots of Israel, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what they are, man. They're not UFOs, and they don't contain aliens. They contain the angels, man. They're the vehicles of the angels, man. That's the same vehicles that led the Israelites through the wilderness, man. You know, it was a cloud by day, you know, because that's what they do. They hide in the clouds, man. But it was a fire by night, man. And they just describe things from what they know, from what they had back then. They didn't have a light switch that they could turn on a light back then, man. You know, they didn't have electricity like that. So they had fire for light, man. So they were basically letting you know at nighttime, they turned the light, the chariot turned the lights on, man. That's what it's going into. But hey, we're in those times, man. And in the top of that, in the top of this verse, it says, and I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. That's what that's in reference to, man. That white horse is the chariot that Yahawashi is going to be return in, man, which is the same thing that he left in. And that's why in Acts, the first chapter, it goes into that. You know, why do you men gaze up into heaven? The same way you see him leaving is the same way he's going to return, roughly paraphrasing, man. You know what I'm saying? He left in a chariot and he's going to return in a chariot, man. You know, what you've been taught was a so-called UFO, man. You know what I'm saying? So that faithful and true one in righteousness is Yahawashi, man. And he coming to judge and bring war, man, and make war, man. He's not coming for candy apples and candy and all of that, man. Verse 12, his eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns. And he had a name written that no man knew but himself. So it says his eyes were as a flame of fire, which that's the same description that John the Revelator gave in Revelation, the first chapter. Same description that Daniel gave, you know. Lamps of fire, you know. So all of the prophets are seeing and saying the same thing, man. They saw the same things and they're saying the same things, man. You know what I'm saying? From different time periods, man. Daniel was at one time period, John the Revelator from another total different time period, man. But all of these people are saying the same thing. All of these prophets are saying the same thing, man. but his eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns. Many crowns, man. Crowns represent rulership, man. And he's coming to take the rulership of the planet Earth in his return. Because the Israelites, which he is from the tribe of Judah, the top tribe, he sprang out of Judah. It tells you that in Hebrews, the 7th chapter, verse 14. So he's a Judite, He's coming back to reestablish the Israelites in the earth, man. You know what I'm saying? He's an Israelite. So he's coming to reestablish Israelite rulership, man. His kingdom. That's the crown. Kings wear crowns, man. He's the ultimate king. So he's coming to take rulership of the planet Earth, man, and reestablish his people as the top echelon people in the earth, man. The top of the totem pole, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he's coming to do. And when you read again in Acts, the 1st chapter, that's why the disciples came to him and was asking him once after he resurrected, "Wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom to Israel?" That's what they were asking him. Are you going to reestablish our nation as the ruling class nation of people in the earth at this time? Since you've at that time they thought he had completed it, everything was complete, which that part of the mission was complete, man. But what they didn't understand is there were other things that had to happen, other prophecies. It wasn't finished. But they thought during that time he had resurrected, so he was going to take down the Romans back then, which it wasn't time yet. But we're in those times now. The revised Roman Empire, he's going to return and he's going to take it down. So all of the crowns represent all of these different rulerships. Russia is a crown. Germany is a crown. China is a crown. North Korea is a crown. You know what I'm saying? So all of these, and et cetera, and all of these things, Iran is a crown. So all of these different so-called countries that have established themselves in the earth, are going to be taken down, man, when Yahawashi returns. And that's what this is going into. His eyes, back in Revelation 19 and 12, his eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns. That's why when you read in Daniel's the 7th chapter, verse 9, it says, "I beheld until the thrones were cast down," man. Those thrones represent the same things that these crowns represent, man. Rulership. So it says, "I beheld until the thrones were cast down." So those thrones, those rulerships are going to be cast down, man. That's what his return is all about, man. And Christianity has totally jacked that up, man. So reading on, and he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. And you got groups like IUIC, they'll read that scripture, and to try to prove their point as far as the name, us not having a name. Man, we have the name. Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Yahweh, Yahawashi are the names of the Heavenly Father and the Son, man. We have the names. That's not what it's talking about. As a matter of fact, when you read down, it's going to tell you what that name that it's talking about right here mean. It's going to go. I'm going to continue to read. This is verse 13. "And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of the Most High," which we know that when we read in John, the 1st chapter, John 1 and 1, he's the Word. And then when you drop down to verse 14, the Word was made flesh, man. So we know that's talking about Yahawashi, Continue to read. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. So they're going to be in chariots as well. That's the angels, and that fine linen, white and clean, represents their righteousness, man, because they're going to return in righteousness. And that's what's going to be reestablished in the earth, righteousness, man. Because right now the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, Job 9 and 24. And there's no righteousness in the earth other than the elect, the 1/3 right now, man. Reading on, verse 15. "And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he should smite the nations. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, and he treadeth the winepress of the fierceness and wrath of almighty power." So that out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword is talking about the blast from those chariots, man, those laser beams, man. You know, that with it he should smite the nations. So he gonna be putting these nations to death, man. You know, when them chariots show up, and they show you in that movie, War of the Worlds, man, with Tom Cruise, man. When them so-called aliens and they were zapping things, and them people was just turning into powder, just disintegrating, poof, just clothes, just and they just disintegrate, turn into powder, man. Which is scriptures go into that, about being beaten to powder, Hey, all of this stuff is in those things come from the scriptures, man. You know what I'm saying? But it says, out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he should smite the nations. So he's gonna be putting these nations to death, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. And that's literal, man. Literal scepters, beating them with the ruling scepter, man. And he treadeth the winepress of the fierceness and wrath of almighty power. And I'm going to go into Isaiah 63, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what that brings me to mind. That brings that to mind for me. But it says, and here it goes with the name, man. Verse 16, and he hath on his vesture and on his thigh a name written, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. That's the name that no man knows, because these people don't know a Yahawashi like that, man. They've been taught he's all love and he wouldn't do any harm and not BS, man. You know what I'm saying? So they don't know King of Kings, man. All of these kings about to be taken down by him, man. Lord of Lord, he's about to be the ultimate king and Lord, man, over all of these so-called kings and lords right now, man. That's running everything. These people don't know him like that, man. They haven't been taught that, man. They're learning it now by way of the men of the Lord. Those of the hopeful elect that are out here in these highways and byways, week in, week out. Those putting up these lessons like this one I'm putting up now. So they're learning. He's that ultimate king. He's the ultimate Lord, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lord. He ain't all love. He ain't returning with candy and hugs, man. He coming to smite, man, the nations. He coming to kill people, man, and take the current rulers down, and us reestablish his nation, man, as the ruling class on the planet Earth, man. And that's what he's coming to do, man. And these churches have taught and people don't have that understanding, man. But he's never spoke on coming in with that kind of peace, man, bringing peace and all that. He's never came like that, man. He's never spoke that, He came peaceably when he came as the sacrificial lamb. But these are the things that I'm bringing out now is upon his return, man. And he hasn't spoken anywhere upon his return, has not spoken about him coming peaceably, man, peacefully. Here's another one proving that. This is Matthew 10:34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. And what do you do with a sword, man? You know what I'm saying? You kill people, you maim, you know what I'm saying? Cut off limbs and body parts, man. Cut off heads, you know what I'm saying? That's what you do with a sword. So he says, think not that I am come to send peace. So he ain't about peace, Think not that think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. So he's coming back to do damage, man. Which lines up perfectly and beautifully with Isaiah 66. The 66th chapter, man. We'll start at verse 15. This is Isaiah 66 and 15, and it reads, For behold, Yahawashi will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. And he's about to do that, man. He's going to send his son, at the same time, he's going to cause these nations to come up against one another in Armageddon, which is World War III. And they're going to shoot nukes on each other. So it's going to be a lot of fire, a lot of damage, a lot of destruction, a lot of pain and anguish going to be going on in that day, man. And the chariots are going to come and add to that, man. Verse 16, for by fire and by his sword will Yahawashi Yahawashi plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many, man. That's that same sword that we just read in Matthew 10 and 34, man. He's not bringing peace, he's bringing a sword, man. And with that sword, there's going to be the slain of the Lord being many, man, by that sword, man. That same sword, man. You know? So he's not coming to bring peace, man. A lot of hardship is about to come. You know? This is Isaiah chapter 63 and verse 1. And it reads, "Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra?" You know, Edom being the so-called self-proclaimed white man, woman and child, and Basra being a chief city in Edom. You know, this that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength, which is the chariots. Once again, it's just continually speaking about the chariots, man. You know, I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. So we notice it's talking about Yahawashi. He's the only one that's going to be able to save, man. "Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat?" We read about the wine press a second ago in Revelations, man. You know, "I have trodden the wine press alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury. And their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment." And that's the same thing when it said in Revelation, the 19th chapter, I believe it was in verse 13, when it says, "And he wore a vesture dipped in blood," man. That's what this is going into, man. Same thing. You know, the prophet Isaiah, John the Revelator ain't saying anything different, man. So for you people that love to claim that there's a difference, oh, that's Old Testament. Y'all love to say that, man. There is no difference, man. These people, the prophets and they're all saying the same thing, man. You know, the disciples, the prophets, all of them are saying the same thing, man. So he's gonna his raiment is gonna be sprinkled in blood, man, because he's gonna be trampling you people, man. You know. Understand that he's not coming for peace. He's not coming for all that love. Y'all love to spew that madness of he's there. God is all love. He's just loving. He's no. That's not what I read when I read the scriptures, man. You know. Now, am I saying when I say that? Am I saying he's not loving? Of course, I'm not saying that. Yes, he's loving, but he's loving to first of all his chosen nation. He don't care about any other nation, man. He cares about the Israelites. But right now, he don't even care about his whole nation, man. 2/3 of his people he don't give a damn about. Right now, he cares about his elect, man. That's it, the 1/3. But reading on back in Isaiah 63 and 4, it reads, "For the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeemed is come." And we're in those times, man. And who is his redeemed, man? The elect. That same elect. You know, those same ones that was chosen from the foundation of the earth that he's prayed for in John 17 and 9, man. That's who he's coming to redeem, man. Whom are Israelites, man. Verse 5, Isaiah 63 and 5. "And I looked, and there was none to help, and I wondered that there was none to uphold. Therefore mine own arm brought salvation unto me, and my fury it upheld me." So he ain't gonna need no help. You know, Yahawashi gonna hold it down and go hard, you know, and he's gonna get it done by himself, man, when he's going through Edom. Because that's who it said. Who is this coming from? Edom with dyed garments, you know. Verse 6, "And I would tread down the people in mine anger, and make them drunk in my fury, and I will bring down their strength to the earth." So these people are about to go down, man. The ruling class right now is about to go down, man. Those many crowns, they're about to fall, man. You know, and a reestablishment of the kingdom of heaven, which is the reestablishment of the nation of Israel, is about to be established back on the earth, man. That's what's coming, man. You know, that's what's coming. You know, so, you know, as the lesson, I'm gonna title this lesson, Yahawashi's return is at hand, man. So these things are coming, man. You know. So with that, you know, giving all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Waharakah Kwadash, Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect, the house of David, the Bayath Shal Dawadat. Shalom.